Welcome to An American Homestead, podcasting live from deep within the Ozark Mountains at an elevation of 2,200 feet. It's 8 Central, 9 Eastern, and it's good to be back, everybody. So, I put up a new video this week, or just today, and YouTube has already labeled it not suitable for advertisers. Imagine that. So, got a good show for you tonight. We're not going to do a full show. I'm just going to do a part show because I think my gain is up too high on this microphone. Turn it down a little bit. There we go. Got some good stuff to talk about tonight, and I'm not going to do a full show. I just want to talk to you about a couple things. We're going to talk about Arbico Organics. I got a new catalog in the mail today, and I thought I would share that with you guys. Good stuff. We've been using their products, one of their products for the last year, and got phenomenal results. I'll share that with you in just a minute. But everyone's wanting to know about Jamie, and so Jamie's doing good. She is resting, and she is not feeling well enough tonight to be on the show. All of the things that we have some things that she's doing right now, it's not making her feel very well. So just not 100%. So she's going to sit this one out. Hopefully next week, I'm going to be at a conference in Fayetteville, and I think what we're going to do is do maybe a show from the hotel room Saturday night. And so Saturday night, I think we're going to try to do that. And I may have a special guest on, not sure yet. So we'll try to do that from the hotel room. So tune in. It'll be next Saturday night, probably 8 o'clock on Saturday night. That's what we're planning on doing. There's one thing I forgot to get over here before the show started. Just a real quick shout out to the Turners. Really appreciate. I got a package from them this week. They send us stuff from time to time, and I send them stuff sometimes from time to time. They sent Jamie some chaga mushrooms, and so let me hold on one second. Get that. So if you're not familiar with this is Chaga mushrooms, and they're great for lots of things. They make a great tea, but they're really good for people who have cancer. And so you can do your own research on that. You can just search for Chaga mushrooms cancer and start doing your own research. But I ordered this from fieldforest.net a while back, and we've talked about a number of their products on our videos before, especially their mushroom growing blocks. Awesome. And some of you guys see me wearing the Earth Angel mushroom shirts, and hopefully at some point I'm going to start doing some more of his blocks when he starts shipping them out individually to people. Really like that company, and they're based out of St. Louis. So anyway, I've had this, and so we've been making some tea with that for Jamie. And Ben Turner, I'd say the Turner family, sent me a bunch of these packs of chaga. And so what these are is chaga mushrooms. You can't find these here. You can't get them. I mean, if you go out and look for them, you're not going to find them. And so it's a mushroom. See if I can get that to focus. It's not going to focus. Anyway, it's basically a kind of a hard mushroom. It grows on birch trees. And you have to go out in the wintertime, or I think different times of year, fall, winter maybe, and it's the best time to harvest them. I'm not sure because we don't have them here, so I don't know. And you have to cut them off the tree, and they break into pieces like this. And you can I grind mine, and then I boil them for like a minute or so in tea, in hot water. And you can boil them multiple times. Like this, you can probably boil them 3 to 5 times. If you grind them into a powder, you can boil them like 2 times. And makes a great tea. And again, lots of information out there about cancer patients using these. And so I really appreciate Turner sending me that. That was awesome. And because I was almost about out, actually. So really cool. Excuse me. Got my coffee going tonight. And it's decaf tonight. For more information, we're going to be doing more videos. We've been doing it. We have a couple videos up there already on just updates on Jamie and where she's at. I'll be doing another video coming up soon on Patreon. So Patreon subscribers, and really here's the deal, folks. You don't have to be a Patreon subscriber to keep up with Jamie over there. All the videos I post on Jamie are free for viewing, but you have to view them only on Patreon, okay? And speaking of Patreon, I posted a video on YouTube this afternoon actually, on sheep and goats. What do you like more, sheep or goats? And I've been around goats on 2 different occasions for a good amount of time, and then, sheep. And we've had sheep for a while. What do you like better, sheep or goats? And sheep wins hands down. And the video, I posted it up, and immediately, 5 minutes later, it was demonetized and deemed unsuitable for advertisers by YouTube. Thanks, YouTube. Appreciate that. Of course, I have appealed it. We'll see what happens. I'm not holding my breath. But it's just the way it is, with my channel. If you're a real homesteader, and you talk on things like butchering animals and firearms and, things that are America, you're going to get, blacklisted on YouTube. It just is what it is. You put up videos, they're going to get labeled. You're going to lose subscribers. They're going to get, the bell will be taken off and notifications, and it's just the way it is on YouTube. If you're a real homesteader. Now, if you're a vegan, homesteader, and you never talk about anything controversial, and, it's all about Mother Nature and, all that stuff. You don't talk about anything political or controversial, nothing America, then you're probably going to do great on YouTube. This is the way it is. All right, so I got my Arbico Organics magazine. So we're going to talk about this tonight. I'm not going to do a full show. I just want to talk about this because there's some really amazing stuff in here. And we did this, so we have livestock. We grow animals. People, Zach, why would you grow animals for meat? That's just so cruel. American homestead. That's why. So because we have livestock, we have flies. Lots of flies. Because, livestock, what they do, animals, they poop. And when they poop, it brings in flies. And sometimes lots of flies. And so the year before last, the flies were just unbearable. And we have chickens too. We have chickens. We eat chickens and we eat eggs. We grow chickens. Why? American homestead. Anyway, this is amazing. So the year before last, the flies were just unbearable. I wish I could get that to focus so you could read it, but it's okay. You can kind of see. You can read the big writing there, right? It says Arbico Organics Solar Fly Trap. Solar Fly Trap. This thing is amazing, okay? And it comes with bait, and the bait is basically just a type of, it's some sort of yeast along with sodium bicarbonate, some sort of carbonate powder that makes the yeast bubble. And what it does, it turns really putrid. It just stinks. I mean, it stinks to high heaven, but it really draws in the flies. And within minutes, you have hundreds of flies in your trap. Within minutes, folks, minutes. It's amazing, and it really catches a lot of flies. And so the year before last, the flies were just horrible. And last year, it was a complete and total difference. We also hung a number of the bags that you can buy around the store. I guess Home Depot, Lowe's sells the bags. You hang up the fly bags, and those work. Those do a pretty good job, but you gotta get rid of them. They only work for so long. You gotta get rid of them. And with this thing, you can use it year after year, and the flies don't go bad. They just collect in a collection inside the device, and then you can turn them over and feed them to your chickens, and it's free protein for your chickens. So it's reusable. Okay, it's weather. You can put it in any weather. Okay, it doesn't matter. After it rains, it's good to top it off with your bait. So you make a gallon at a time, and you top it off with your bait every time it rains, because every time it rains, it's going to dilute it. It'll reduce the effectiveness. So you top it off to give that smell again, and then boom, it works. And then you can it's reusable. You can put it in any type of weather, and it feeds your chickens. It's like free chicken food. If you dump it out, the chickens will come over and they'll eat it all up. It is a little expensive. one of these cost like $86 if you saw the prices on there. One of them $86. To buy two of them, it's $160. We bought two. And so this was the thing. I heard about this a couple years ago, and I saw the videos online, and I was like, wow, that looks really amazing. And I could see the testimonials from the videos on YouTube, and people were saying, wow, this works great. And again, just let me say that this is not a paid endorsement, okay? They're not paying me anything to talk about this, okay? It's a good product. It works. I've tried it, and I'm sharing it with you. That's all. Okay, they're not paying me to talk about this. So anyway, when we started using this, I finally bit the bullet, and I said, you know what, I'm going to spend the money, because the year before last, again, it was so unbearable, the flies, and last year was amazing. And so you understand that every female fly you kill, you're killing about 500 future flies, because she will lay at least 500 eggs or more. And so you're killing her and every fly that female fly would produce. So you can really dwindle the numbers down quickly by getting a large amount of flies, trapped on your homestead. So that's what we did. And so they have a number of other things in this magazine I'm going to try in relation to flies. That was the first one. It did fabulous. It held up to all of the other reviews I saw on YouTube. And, that was the thing. I was like, wow, it's really a lot of money. Do I really want to spend $86 on a fly trap? After the year before last, I'm like, okay, I'll spend the money. And I did. We bought two of them. And it was money well spent, knowing also that we can reuse them year after year. So I want to try a couple other things in here. They have lots of different things. Everything's, mostly organic. I think everything's organic. And it's, I think, beneficial. Let me find out where this is. Oh, there was something else on like page 26. No, 21. Let me find it here. Oh yeah, this is something else we've done. Now I didn't get it from them, but I got it. You can actually buy this at Walmart, and that is this. Milky Spore. Milky Spore powder. I really wish I could get that to focus. So you can see it right there. It's called Milky Spore powder, and it's for reducing Japanese beetles. And this, I really haven't seen the effect of this yet, because it takes a couple years to really get going. And what it is, it's a bacteria that you're putting into the ground. It's actually like a disease you're putting into the ground, and it only affects grubs. Grubs, if you don't know, are not good for your soil. Okay, they're going to hatch, and when they hatch one day, they're going to eat everything that you don't want them to eat. And so you want to get rid of the grubs. So there's all kinds of chemicals that you can buy at your local store that will kill the grubs in your ground. But again, you're putting chemicals on your ground that you really don't want there if you're growing food in your ground to eat. So Milky Spore is like a natural biological, agent that you can put into the ground, and it only affects the grubs. It doesn't affect the worms. It doesn't affect honeybees. It doesn't affect any other insects, beneficial or bad, pest. Bad or good, it doesn't affect any other insect, okay? And it only affects the grubs for Japanese beetles. I don't know if it would affect some of there's a couple other beetles I know that attack some plants. I don't know if it affects those grubs, because those grubs you'll find too in the ground. But it's mostly the white grubs, okay? The Japanese beetle type grubs. And it kills them. And every time one of those bacteria find one of those grubs, it kills the grub, and then it reproduces and spreads more bacteria into the soil, and other grubs come and they spread that, wherever it goes. And so it's effective for like 10 years, they say. Okay. Now, we put it on the year before last in the fall. Okay. I put it on last year in the spring. And so this year, I should see an effect. I should see some payoff this year. This is the time where we'll see a difference, hopefully. I did put Japanese beetle traps out last year, and I emptied them out like 2 or 3 times. So those work good. I'm going to put them up again this year, but I'm also going to probably put down another layer of Milky Spore just to see. Hopefully this year I'm going to see an effect of the Milky Spore, because again, I put it down the year before last in the fall, and then last year in the spring. So by this year, I should be seeing a pretty good effect of the Milky Spore. But you can buy that from Arbico as well. It's a natural product. And they actually do sell this in Walmart. So if you keep your eye open in Walmart, you can get the granules and the powder. The granules are going to take longer to work, but they're supposed to stay in the ground and work longer. The powder is supposed to work more immediate, but from what I understand, it should last about 10 years. Let me see. Where is the stuff I wanted to get? There's two things I wanted to look at here. Again, there's lots of interesting natural products in here that you can get. And if you call these guys up or go on their website, you can probably get them to send you a catalog for free. Oh yeah. Okay, this is it. Where is it at? Oh yeah. Okay. This one. It's on the same page as the solar fly trap. This is one thing I want to try. I want to try this, the beneficial nematodes. Okay, and I'm really sorry that's not focusing. I wish I could get to focus. It's not going to focus. But it's called beneficial nematodes, and what you can do, what these do, these live microscopic organisms, non-segmented roundworms, occur naturally in the soil throughout the world and are parasitic to fly maggots and other subterranean pests. Upon application, they will seek out and enter maggots through their body openings. Once inside, the nematode releases bacteria which kill the host maggot within 24 to 48 hours. The bacteria create a food source for the nematodes to reproduce. As the food resources within a dead pest become scarce, the nematodes exit and immediately begin searching out for a new host. And so suggested use, apply nematodes to hotspot areas where flies are breeding, such as compost and manure piles and around manure and urinating sites. So this would be like if you have a corral. And like I have a corral, and this is where a lot of my animals are feeding. It's where they stay a lot of times. They'll be traveling through, and they drop a lot of waste there, and they urinate there. And so there's a lot of flies there. And when I was using these solar fly traps like that one there, when I was using those, I put one in the far corner of my paddock here, closest to the house, because I wanted it to helpfully get a lot of the flies, from here, and then also in the paddocks where the sheep and the cow was, and then draw them to that area. My cow and my sheep would always bed down in the summertime next to the nearest part of the fence where because the fly trap was on the other side of the fence, so they would always lay down in the summer at the corner where that trap was on the other side of the fence, because they knew that's where the most relief was from the flies. Amazing. Even they know it works. But if you put down these nematodes in the corral area where you have a lot of flies, you have a lot of manures, and they're breeding, that should hopefully take a lot of the stress away from the animals, because they don't like the flies, and just like you and I don't like the flies. So I'm going to try that there as well. Because there are other things too. There's not just like the housefly type thing, but they have the biting flies, obviously. And then you have these other tiny little black flies. And they're all over the cow. And they mess with the sheep too. And so I'm thinking these nematodes are going to search out for any larvae. They'll find those as well and hopefully cut down on the numbers that stress her out. But then the other thing is these. I want to do this. Fly eliminators, serious fly control. What are fly eliminators? It tells you. Fly eliminators, a sensible alternative to pesticides. Fly eliminators are tiny 1/8 of an inch beneficial insects that parasitize flies in their developing pupa or cocoon before they can hatch into annoying disease-carrying adult flies. Scientifically, they are referred to as fly parasites or fly parasitoids. Fly eliminators will only parasitize fly pupa and will not bother horses, cattle, livestock, pets, plants, or you. That's good. I don't like to be bothered. Adult female flies lay their eggs in decaying organic matter, especially manure. Only hours later, these eggs develop into microscopic larvae, maggot stage, and burrow down into the manure. The maggots grow until they form a pupa, and then the female fly eliminators seek out the fly pupa and begin to deposit their eggs inside. The eggs grow into larvae that feed on the developing fly, stopping the adult pest fly, from hatching. Fly eliminators reproduce in about 21 days, constantly strengthening the fly eliminator population. Pest flies reproduce at faster rates than our fly eliminators, so we recommend they be replenished on a regular basis, approximately every 2 to 4 weeks. So I'm thinking about, like during the summer, when summer is the hottest, to do it every 2 or 4 weeks, like once a month. I'll go ahead and order it maybe like in June, and then again in July. And that combined with my fly traps, and then maybe doing these beneficial nematodes, we'll see what that's like. We'll just see how that works. I just want to try. I'm going to test. Is this really? I mean, they basically grow this stuff naturally at their place, Arbico, and then they bag it up and they sell it. The key is not to keep buying it, right? Is to learn how they're doing it and then learn how you can grow your own, right? So that is something that's one of the first steps of doing it, is order the product, see how it works, see how it's packaged, see how, because they basically include it with a bunch of the stuff that they grow the eliminators in, and then maybe do some more research and figure out how you can grow these eliminators and basically these nematodes on your own, right? Sustainability. So anyway, Arbico Organics, check out their stuff. Again, this is not a paid advertisement. They don't pay me anything to do this stuff, but I have used one of their products now, their solar fly trap. It works phenomenally well. Check it out. If you have flies and you don't like flies around your homestead, I mean a lot of flies, this will really make a dent in the population, and I don't like flies. Jamie doesn't like the flies either. She just really hates the flies. So it's just part of homesteading, but you can fight this off. You can help fight this. So yeah, they got an ad there. I guess that's the owner of the company. It's a husband and wife team, so it's a family-owned company. Okay, this is the wife who owns the company, and she advertises the fly eliminators on the back of the magazine. So yeah, it's a good family-owned company. I want to check it out, or I've used it. You should check them out. I think they'll send you a catalog for free if you just go on their website. All right, that's kind of really all I wanted to talk about tonight. I think we're going to do a show from our hotel room next weekend. It'll probably be Saturday night. At some point during the weekend, we will check in with you for a live podcast. Let's go over to the chat room real quick. And Mama Hubbard says, thanks for the gas spout, Zach. I guess Mama Hubbard was one of the ones who won the gas spout, I believe, or she bought one. I'm not sure. I forgot. I think she won one. Okay, so I'm on the chat. Oh yeah, so the gas spouts coupon, we still have those. We'll do some more talking about those, and I've got a bunch of gas spouts. They sent me some. We gave a bunch away to the top level patrons, and so if you're a top level patron, you should have gotten one of those. That's probably what Mama Hubbard's talking about, and we're gonna give some more away. So I got some extras. So not next week, but maybe the week after when I'm back for a full show, we are going to be sending, or we'll be doing some more giveaways on the gas spouts. If you want a real American-made gas spouts, go to gasspouts.com. Make sure you use our coupon code because you're going to get a whopping 20% off. And they're not that expensive anyway. So, but an extra 20% doesn't hurt. You can use our coupon code. WeTree is posting the coupon code in there, or you can find it the coupon code on the banner ad for gasspouts.com on our website and AmericanHomestead.com. But it's AAH20 off, 20% off. Do you have any tips for squash bugs, bug control? Neem oil is probably the only thing. You know, I don't have too big of a problem with squash bugs. They really affected our zucchini when I tried to grow it. And so I'll probably try zucchini again because Jamie likes it. And so we'll probably do that. We'll probably do that again this year and see if I can get some zucchini. Mama Hubbard says, the rocks are waiting in your mailbox. Okay, I'll check that out. I haven't checked our mailbox today, but I'll have the boys go down there tomorrow and look because I know they were waiting for him. She has a Herkimer diamond that I sent. That's cool. I don't know what that is, but it sounds cool. The boys will look it up for sure. Well, yeah, maybe we'll talk about our rock collection next week. Maybe we'll do a video on that. Let's see. How's Jamie doing? You got here late. Donna says, those videos for Jamie, wanting to know more details about Jamie, will all be posted over at patreon.com. So if you want more information, go to patreon.com. You don't have to be a patron to watch the videos, okay? So all the patron videos concerning Jamie are posted without the restriction of being a patron. So you can just go to patreon.com/AmericanHomestead, and if there's a video over there about Jamie, you'll be able to watch it. Ben and Tara from We Clean Computers. So that was the one I mentioned. All right, tidbits with Tara. So I mentioned a couple weeks ago for people looking for businesses. So I believe they're the ones who are going around and that's a job that they're doing locally, and they're cleaning people's computers. See, that's just it. You know, you can do jobs like this as a family. You can get a career, make your own career, you know, be self-employed, be your own boss. Like that family I mentioned last week, all they do is they go around and they clean houses. especially for landlords. So a renter moves out. Most of these renters leave their rental in a horrible condition, and these people come in and they clean it up. And a lot of times they get a lot of free stuff. And so that's like extra stuff they can put on Craigslist because people leave things behind when they leave a rental. But this family, they've started their own company by cleaning computers. Locally they can just go out and clean. They put ads or whatever. Probably Craigslist is a great place for you to get find more business. But they clean computers. There's lots of things you can do as a homesteader. Like I work online. Okay, that's my thing. I work from home. I work online. I develop websites. But it allows me to stay home on the homestead. Doing something like cleaning computers or cleaning out rentals allows you to stay close to the homestead locally, nearby, if you want to, be a business. Very cool idea. Did you ever try the salt gun for killing flies? No, I didn't, Angela. I didn't do that. I thought about buying that, but I didn't do it. We never bought it. It's a cool idea, and it works, obviously, because there's a lot of people who say it works. But, Jamie really doesn't want salt all over the house on the floor. She sweeps the floor constantly anyway, so she doesn't want more salt on the floor. And it's just, I kill more flies with the fly traps than I do with a gun. Even though it would be cool and fun to do. It's just, Okay. All right. We'll probably end it there. But next week, again, we're going to be at a conference. The hotel that we'll be in will probably do a show. We'll check in at least at some point from the hotel at the conference. Jamie will probably be with me at this point. That's what we're planning on. And so we'll check in next week, probably Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Saturday night, 8 o'clock, we'll do a podcast. So keep your eyes open for that. And if something changes, I'll try to post something on our Facebook homestead page to let you know about it. Okay? All right, guys. See you next time in the homestead. Take care. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Bye.